Hey guys, welcome to my ultimate daily money making guide. So in this video, I will be going over pretty much every daily money making method. And this video is going to be a long one, but there will also be a lot of information in it as well. I will also be including some timestamps in the description, so if you guys want to jump around to whatever method you would like, you can definitely use those. And so the methods that I am primarily going to be going over in this video are going to be the quick money-making methods that really don't take that much time to do, and they can only be done once or twice per day. And some of these money-making methods will also be passive money makers. Before I go on to our first method, I would like to say that if you guys do enjoy this video, make sure that you hit that like button and subscribe for more awesome RuneScape 3 content like this. Anyway, let's move on to our first method, which is Viswax. Viswax is a daily money-making method that can be done once per day, so it resets every time the game time goes to 0-0. And the only requirement for Viswax is 50 rune crafting, and this is to enter the rune crafting guild. So the rune crafting guild is located in the middle portal at the top floor of the Wizard's Tower. You can get here quickly by using the Wicked's Hood. Go to the Rune Goldberg machine next, and you'll have this combination that you need to figure out. You can go on the forums and search up Viswax, and there should be this friends chat section in the forums that you can actually look at. They post the combinations for each day. The only combination that you do not know is the third slot, which is the random. You can figure out the third slot if you do have the rune crafting cape, however. So as you can see, we're going to want to use air and mind and then a random rune in the third slot. So air, mind, and let's try fire. And as you can see, we get 86 Viswax. So I'm just going to combine that. I like anything over 80. And then if you price check the Viswax, you'll see that it is worth 600k. So if you take off the cost of the runes, that's probably around 500k profit. And you can actually get up to 100 Viswax anytime you do it. Moving on to the next method, we have broad arrowheads. So broad arrowheads is a really simple method. There are no requirements. You just need to be able to trade with 2 Slayer Masters. So as you can see, we're trading here, and you want to buy the broad arrowheads. So you're making a roughly around 60k profit for each time you buy it, and then we'll teleport to another one. The Slayer Cape is a really useful item here. It can help you get around a lot faster. But you can only do 2 Slayer Masters per day, so we're going to buy another 3,000 broad arrowheads here. As you can see, you're buying them for 50 GP. They're usually right around 70 to 80 GP each. So as you can see, just price checking it, we made roughly 140k, and this method is really great because it literally only takes 1 minute of your time. The next daily money making method that I'm going to show you guys is player-owned farms. And this method is a lot different than the others. So this one is more of a passive money maker. You're going to want to breed your animals. So depending on your farming level, you can actually breed different animals. So the lowest farming level is 54 for the Chinchampas. And you can usually sell these around 60 to 80k. Then, as you can see on the chart, the prices of the animals get more expensive as the farming level gets higher. So obviously the dragons are the best. So you can actually sell these from around 200 to 250k. And they do take 22 hours just to breed on average. So that does take quite a while. But that is a really nice daily money making method. You can actually breed 3 dragons every 22 hours, so that's an easy 600k per day that you can just get just from breeding dragons. And if you have your medium and small pens full breeding animals as well, it's easily 1 mil per day. And then the other big thing with player-owned farms is that you can actually breed shiny animals, and those sell for a lot more. So I'm not going to go too in depth, but in order to maximize your chances of getting a shiny animal, you'll want these traits on the animals that you are breeding, as they do boost your shiny chance by 1 to 2.5%. And so in order to actually get all of your pens to be able to breed animals, you will need to buy the perks from the shop, which is in the farm upgrades section. As you can see, it is on the third row, and it would be the perk that allows the animals to breed in your small, medium, and large pens. Another really useful thing to buy from this shop is the farmhand Kalia, and she will actually collect the animals from your breeding pen if it is full. So this is nice if you really don't want to check it every day. As you can see, I'm going to be collecting my dragons here, and I haven't checked it in a while. I end up getting 7 dragons, which is really nice, a total of 1.6 mil. So there really is no reason for anyone not to do this. She can actually hold up to 30 animals, so that is pretty large. So even if you don't want to play for even a month or two, you should have this set up so when you come back you can get a little bit of free cash when you actually play or start playing again. And also I would like to mention I do have a full player-owned farms money making guide that I will be linking in the description down below for more information. And moving on to our next method, we have the Bakriminel Bolts. This is a really nice money making method. It can actually make you a lot of money, roughly around 600 to 700k each time you do it. It takes about 5 minutes. So you need 93 fletching and 85 woodcutting, so some fairly high requirements. Now the best spot to actually do this is in the wilderness. You get the most bloodwood logs from each tree that you are cutting. And as you can see on this map, this is the location of the 3 trees in the wilderness. So the one circled on the left, that is not actually in the wilderness. However, it is another tree. So I usually just go to these 3 in the wilderness. And I just don't go to the other ones. Some of them are hard to get to, and usually they'll only give you, just a few logs compared to how many you'll get from doing the ones in the wilderness. Also, they have a lot higher requirements. As you saw, the one location that I just showed you required the Ritual of the Majoret quest completed. And as for these next 3 locations, they do also have some pretty high requirements. So there is one located in Soul Wars, which requires Nomad's Requiem quest completed. There's also one in Darkmire, which requires the branches of Darkmire. And then there's also one in the Gorajo resource dungeon, which requires 95 dungeoneering and also Prifdinus unlocked. Anyway, this is really my route. I have speeded up, so I go from the tree to the south to the tree in the northeast, and then I just go up to the higher part of the wilderness, past the wilderness gate. And you do have to fletch all of your arrows at the tree. You cannot bring the branches away from the tree or they will disintegrate. So make sure you do that. Also, you need to buy the Bakriminel Bolt tips from Mammy Rimba, which is just outside of Edgeville. So once I finish fletching all of them, I will use this lever, bank them, and then teleport out of the wilderness just like that. Now moving on to our next method, we have buying vials of water. So you can buy some of these vials from Lady Millier, which is right here, northeast part of Prifdinus. And so you're going to want to mostly buy the packs of vials of water. So they're priced at 500 GP each, but you actually make a lot of money off these. You make about 60k for buying the packs. There is another person who actually does sell the vials of water, and it is Poltax, which is located in Taverley. So you can just trade him, and just like Lady Millier, you can just buy the packs of vials of water, open them all, and then sell them on the Green Exchange. You'll make an easy 120 or 150k profit just off these vials of water. The next method is going to be buying feathers. And so you're going to want to go to the fishing shops all across RuneScape to buy the feathers. And just like the vials of water, you're going to want to buy the packs of feathers. You can also buy the 1,000 feathers that each shop has, just to add a bit of extra profit. And so we are going to be making around 60k for each shop. And this is pretty good because there is 11 different shops that you can actually buy the packs of feathers from, which means you should make around 660k each time you do this. This is a little more time consuming. It would take roughly 10 to 15 minutes to actually go to each shop and buy all of the feathers. And on screen now is a list of the 11 shops that actually do sell the packs of feathers. So you can pause the screen now if you want to look at it, because I'm going to move on to the next method. The next method is going to be buying runes, and you can make around 800 to 900k profit from doing this method. However, it does take around 10 to 15 minutes. So the order of rune shops that you should go in is going to be listed on screen right now. So first is going to be Burthorpe, then you can travel to Varrock, then Alchemise, then Port Sarim. Then you can travel to the Squire, which is on the Port Sarim dock, to go to the Void Knights outpost. Then teleport to Yanil, go to the shop there, the Lunar Island, Apatol, and then Edgeville, the Zamrock Mage. And then if you want, you can go to the Mage Arena, which is in the level 51 Wilderness. I wouldn't suggest going to this last one because it is so far out of the way, and missing one shop really doesn't hurt your profit too much. And so as for the runes that you are going to want to buy, everyone except the Chaos and Death runes, those are the only two runes that are not profitable when buying them from a rune shop. And moving on to our next method, we have buying Yak-hide. So this method is another pretty time consuming method. It will make you around 500 to 600k every time you do it, which should take about 10 minutes to actually complete. The only requirement is the Fremenic Isles quest. So you want to travel to Jatizo, and this method is really simple. You're just going to want to buy the Yak-hide from the butcher in her shop and then go bank it and do that back and forth. So you do buy it for 500 GP, and then you can actually sell it on the Grand Exchange for, around 600 GP each. Currently it is a little bit higher just because double XP weekend is coming very soon. But this method is always really profitable, so it is a pretty good method to do if you are looking to make some money. There isn't too many requirements. If you are a higher level player and you don't really need money that much, I wouldn't suggest this method. But for you low level players that are just looking for some daily money making methods to do with low requirements, this is a pretty great method for you. Our next method is going to be using the Alchemiser, preferably the Alchemiser MK2. And so the only requirements for this method is having 72 invention, and this can be boosted using an extreme invention potion, which can actually boost you up to 17 levels. So really you would just want to make the Alchemiser. You need 108 invention to make the Alchemiser MK2. That can also be boosted as well. And so essentially you'll just want to put in some items that are profitable when alching, and I will be putting a link to a high alch calculator in the description down below. But just a few example items would be some rune salvage. Pretty much all rune salvage works. And then also a lot of the battle staffs do work. So like the Mystic Fire Battle Staff, the Fire Battle Staff, stuff like that. Those are all usually pretty profitable when alching. But I would suggest just looking on the calculator, finding the best item at the time, as the prices do fluctuate from time to time. This next method that I'm going to show you guys is the Divine Location method. This is a really simple method. You should do it every day. So you can hop on World 2, and you can usually find a lot of people around the Burthorpe Lodestone just popping down their Divine Locations. And you can just hop on, try and get a little bit of resources from some. You can drop your own. So here I dropped my own Rocktail Bubble. As you can see, a bunch of other people come and start using it as well, and you actually get noted Rocktail when other people do this, so that is really beneficial. That's why you want to do it on World 2. And you don't have to use the Rocktail Bubble Divine Location. You can use box traps, herd patches. There's some other fishing ones. A lot of them are just profitable. You get some items that you can just toss in your bank, and it really does add up. The other really nice thing about this method is that you get a lot of XP from it. you can get around 50 to 60k XP every day just by doing some defined locations in various different skills. Next is going to be the Liberation of Mazcab raids, so more specifically Beastmaster Durzag and Yak-hide. So these are two pretty tough bosses. They're both group bosses that you should have around 10 people to do it with. And it is a pretty nice moneymaker. You can do it every 2 days, so the boss can only be looted once every 2 days. But the toughest part about this is probably getting the 10-man group. You can probably find some people that will just take you on as a DPS role, which is really easy. And it should take around 10 minutes to actually kill the boss. And looking at the profit that you can actually make from it, you should expect anywhere from 500k up to maybe even 14 mil for the Mazcab Codex. Probably an average around 1.5 mil. So it is a pretty nice method to do every few days to give you a little bit of free GP. And then the same goes for Yak-hide as well. Yak-hide is definitely a tougher boss to kill from my experience, but the same thing goes for this one. You can make some pretty nice money every 2 days if you are able to kill Yak-hide. Next is farming herbs. This is one of the oldest daily money making methods in RuneScape, and yeah, it is a little bit boring. It's not one that I actually do, but you can make some pretty good money from it. Roughly about 300 to 400k each time you check your herb patches, and it should only take about 5 minutes to do so. So this would actually equate to about 5 mil per hour just doing your herb runs. So yeah, it still is a pretty good money making method. It does depend on the herb that you actually do plant. I believe the best is actually the Quarum herb, so you should try and do those. The other good ones would be Toadflax, Lantidime, Torsol, and then the list goes on. Some items that would maximize your profit would be the Magic Secateurs, the Greenfinger's Aura, Juju Farming Potions, Scroll of Life, and also the Wilderness Tasks would make the Wilderness Patch disease free. And moving on to the last daily money making method, it is going to be flipping. So obviously flipping is a really great daily money making method. It really doesn't require too much effort. The only requirement I would say for this would be a large cash stack. The more money you actually have on hand, the more profit you can actually make from flipping. And flipping is pretty simple. I'm not going to go too in depth just in this video, but I will be linking a flipping video in the description down below. But anyway, it is essentially just buying low, selling high. So you can actually check these margins by instantly buying as high as you can and then selling that for as low as possible. And you'll just want to reverse those, so buy it for the low price, and then once you buy the amount that you actually asked for, you can sell it for the price that instantly sold. Then you can sell it for the price that you instantly bought it at earlier. I also really like flipping PVM gear like Torva, and for this I would usually just put my buy price at roughly 4% below the average price. So people who are looking to sell it for minus 5% of the mid price will instantly sell it, hopefully to me, and then I can sell it for the mid price and make that little bit of profit. And this profit really does add up, especially if you are doing a lot of flips, and it really doesn't require much effort at all. You can leave it for a few hours, few days. I wouldn't recommend leaving it for too long, as the prices do change. You might get screwed over. And that does lead into the fact that there is risk with flipping, but you can also make a lot from it. And if you are pretty good at it, or you have a little bit of practice at it, you really shouldn't have any problem making a bit of money from flipping. And anyway, I will be putting that video that goes further into depth for flipping in the description down below, so check that out if you want some more information. But anyway, that is the last method that I'm going to show you guys in this video. So I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you have any questions about any of these methods that I showed you guys in the video, feel free to comment your questions down below, and I will definitely look forward to answering all of them. And I really hope some of these methods helped you guys and will help you guys make a little bit of money in the future. And if you do find this video helpful, please hit that like button. It really does help. And subscribe for more RuneScape 3 content just like this. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.